Hello, and welcome to Behavioral Health Insight. I'm your host, Shoyun C, though you can call me Catherine. I'm a licensed behavior analyst and I work as a contractor for an ABA agency, serving families with children on the autism spectrum across several states in the US. Today, we are diving into a topic that close to my heart: compassionate leadership in behavioral health, and how it can be a catalyst for change. Now, I know what you might be thinking: leadership, compassions, that sound a bit abstract. But trust me, by the end of this episode, you'll see how these ideas aren't just fluffy concepts. They are games changers for patient care, team dynamic, and even the broader healthcare system. So let's get started. What is compassionate leadership? Compassionate leadership isn't just about being nice, it's about creating a culture of empathy, collaborations, and innovations. It's the kind of leadership that doesn't just focus on outcome, but also on the people behind those outcomes. Let me give you an example from my own work. I once worked with a family who was struggling to manage the child's challenging behavior. The parents were exhausted, and the child was frustrated. Instead of just focusing on reducing the behavior, we took a step back and asked, what's really going on here? What's causing this? By approaching the situation with compassion and really listening to the family's concern, we were able to create a treatment plan that not only addressed the behavior, but also empower the family. That's the power of compassionate leadership. It's about seeing the person behind the diagnosis and working together to find solutions. Let's talk about how compassionate leadership impacts the patient care. In behavioral health, it's easy to get caught up in data, goals, and outcomes. But at the end of the day, we are working with real people, each with their own unique strengths, challenges, and stories. One of the most powerful tools in my toolkits is the primary care behavioral health PCBH model. This approach emphasizes collaborations and patient-centered care. For example, I once worked with a child who was struggling with transitions at school. Instead of just focusing on the behavior, we brought together the parents, teachers, and the therapists to create a consistent plan across all environments. The result? The child not only improved their ability to transition, but also felt more supported and understood. That's the magic of compassionate leadership. It's about creating a seamless web of care that empower patients and their families. Now let's shift gear and talk about how compassionate leadership shapes organizational culture. Let's be real. Behavioral health is a tough field. Burnout and turnover are common, and it's easy for staff to feel overwhelmed. But here's the thing: when leaders prioritize empathy and staff well-being, it creates a ripple effect. I have seen it firsthand in my work with paraprofessional staff. By emphasizing not just technical skill, but also self-care and emotional resilience, we've been able to build teams that are not only effective, but also supportive and collaborative. One of my favorite strategies is encourage cross-disciplinary learning. When we break down silos and foster a sense of shared purpose, It creates a culture where everyone feels valued and empowered. And that, my friend, is how you build a team that can weather any storm. Finally, let's talk about the bigger picture. Compassionate leadership isn't just about what happened in the clinic or at the home. It's about creating systemic change. One of my goals is to advocate for integrated care model like the PCBH model, where behavioral health professionals work alongside primary care provider to deliver holistic patient-centered care. Imagine a world where mental health is treated with the same urgency and importance as physical health. That's the kind of change compassionate leadership can drive. But it's not just about policy. It's about challenging the status quo. It's about asking, how can we do better? And then taking action to make it happen. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with some actionable strategy for becoming a more compassionate leader. One, listen actively. Take the time to really understand the need of your patients and staff. Two, foster collaboration. Break down silos and encourage teamwork across disciplines. Three, prioritize well-being. Support your team mental and emotional health. It's the foundations of everything they do. Four, advocate for change. Use your voice to push for policies and practice that promote equities and access. Remember, compassionate leadership isn't about being perfect. It's about being present, being empathetic, and being willing to make a difference. Compassionate leadership is more than just a buzzword. It's a mindset, a way of being that can transform life and system. Whether you are a clinician, a supervisor, or just someone who cares about making a difference. I hope today's episode has inspired you to lead with empathy and purpose. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and share it with someone who might benefit. Until next time, take care and lead with compassion.